and start by thanking all of you for honoring the invitation to join us at this first launch of this book. And for some of you probably who have had an opportunity to Google a bit, you'll realize that there was a book that preceded this. It's green in color. And that book talked about the foundation work, the founding of CEWARN. And this particular one actually confirms now the actual bolts and nuts of the actual early warning work from the perspective of those who have been involved in the work. As you are aware, CEWARN is a specialized institution of IGAD that has not only been pioneering conflict early warning system in continent, but largely continues to set pace for data-based early warning system in Africa and beyond, and as Professor Biswara has already clarified for us. But as part of peace and security architecture, APSA, IGAD through CEWARN mechanism is also a lead platform for preventive diplomacy and peace-building work for the region. The book we are launching today is a comprehensive but eclectic collection of perspectives on the inception and evolution of the CEWARN conflict early warning mechanism for over 2 decades since its inception in 2002. Its content is rich and instructive in terms of regional conflict prevention and peace-building efforts. The book covers the mechanism's experiences, methodological development, accomplishments, and challenges in conflict prevention and mitigation, especially pertaining to the CEWARN's first phase of operations on cross-border pastoral conflicts, as we have already been shown. But it also includes some reflections on CEWARN's expanded operations and its future prospects. And again, we have seen the expansion there. So broadly, the book covers mainly the pastoral experience in pastoral conflict, but now we are approaching the early warning from human security. And therefore, we are covering the 5 sectors of environment, economy, governance, social, and security. The book targets a wide range of audience, and this includes policymakers and diplomats in the Horn of Africa as well as abroad, citizens who are interested in peace and security issues in the region, peace workers, conflict analysts and early warning experts, projects development experts, partners, etc., etc. As we have already been told, we first launched this book regionally in April 2021 by the committee of our permanent secretaries, and we gave them a promise as they requested that this book need to be launched nationally to popularize the work of CEWARN. So this is the first of the launches. We are yet to do 6 more. And we thank South Sudan for taking lead on this. We believe that this national launch event will provide an opportunity to bring together key institutions engaged in peacekeeping, peace building, and conflict prevention efforts in South Sudan for a joint reflection around coordinating our efforts and envisioning collaboration around strengthening national peace structures, which we believe are key to achieving and sustaining peace in South Sudan. We are keen to hear from our 2 speakers who will provide their comments on this book shortly, as well as offer ideas for broad reflection on the book's relevance in thinking through South Sudan's human security challenges and what focus CEWARN mechanism should have in South Sudan going forward. But before I conclude, allow me to take this opportunity to acknowledge the various partners, institutions, individuals that have actually contributed to the book that we are having. As you have seen, there are so many contributors into the book. But for this, because of limited time, allow me just to mention a few. First of all are the National Conflict Early Warning and Response Mechanisms, the CEWARUs that we have mentioned, and the one for South Sudan is represented by Honorable Chwal, who made the most contributions on the book's development. Many of our field monitors and local peace partners who have contributed as writers and interviewees also deserve a lot of appreciation. They are prominent players in the history of CEWARN. I would also like to thank USAID East Africa, who have financed the most part of the book's development. As some of you might be aware, USAID East Africa has been CEWARN's partner since its inception. And I know they are not here, but I want really to thank them in their absentia. I wish also to recognize and thank the contribution that we have received from the EU in supporting the printing of this book. We have also received generous endorsements from 3 very important people, and you saw the captions of their comments of the book. The first one is Ambassador Parfait Onanga Anyanga, UN Secretary General, Special Envoy for the Horn of Africa, Ambassador Mahbub Malim, IGAD former Executive Secretary, and finally Professor John Paul Ledrak, who is the Professor of International Peace Building. They all continue to play critical peacemaking roles in the region and beyond, and we thank them for taking time to read the manuscript and provide generous endorsements that you will see appearing on the book's cover. Last but not least, I want to thank those who really were directly at the forefront of development of this book. Dr. Paul Goldsmith, the name appears in the front of the book, who was the chief editor. Then we have David Kaiser, who is a seasoned writer from Uganda. And finally, our own Tigist Hailu, who is here and was also at the lead of preparing this launch. These 3 people were really at the core of this book, and really wish to acknowledge them. I don't want to take much of your time, just to thank you and wish you the best of the remaining part of the program. Thank you.